Testing, testing. I am live and outside. Doing a quick mic check. Post to the chat if you can hear me. I've never gone live from outside. I was sitting outside. Let me stop moving the mic so that won't mess anything up. I was sitting outside and I was like, you know what? It's nice out here. Let's see. Testing. All right. It's nice out here. I think it's working well. All right. If you're checking in from the Facebook group or the page or YouTube, comment in the section. Say hi. Let me know if you can hear or see me. And where you're tuning in from. Okay. I usually go live every Monday around this time to do either information or Ask Me Monday. And today I really wanted to talk about your Microloc goals and our four-step framework. Okay, our Microloc Mastery Framework. Let me take a sip so I'm not stumbling over my words. And then we're going to start. All right, Facebook user well on the road. Hey. All right, so I usually try to simultaneously stream on IG, but sometimes there's issues there. And so you're in a better spot to be because IG is not going to be able to see any visuals I share. So I might not go live on IG. I'll just stay here. So I want to ask you, hello. I want to ask you what some of your goals were with Microlocs. Did you like the style? So you have personal goals for yourself? Do you maybe have some goals professionally, incorporating this skill or service? Do you have some goals for your children, locking your children's hair or your family members like mothers? Let me know in the chat what they are. I would love to hear what yours are. I think, well, for me, it was I wanted really nice, refined hairstyle. Let me know if you can hear me. I keep backing away from the mic and I'm not sure if it's picking up any of the outside noise. But it was shining really bright and now the sun is hiding behind a cloud. But anyway, for me, I liked, really neat, small. I liked braids. And so I was like, well, I want something like that. And I wanted it to be neat. Also, this is many years ago, so I didn't see a whole lot of other things as far as, I knew I didn't want my hair to be like messy looking, and I knew I didn't want my hair to be big, like the locks. So my goal was to have really nice refined locks, and then ultimately became to incorporate it into my business, which was a side hustle called Naturally Beautiful Hair Care, and in Brooklyn, New York, out of my little apartment, as I did social work. So a lot of people are now, I find, are similar. They have professions, and so they're like, you know what? I really love this. Or I have an interest in hair, or already have skills, and I'm going to expand it. You've loved to become a microloctician, family and friends. Yeah, it's nice. And it's different, between family and friends and doing it professionally. But I think whatever goal is, I wanted to make the framework for Microloc Mastery to be supportive of that. Because I know not everyone has the same goals, not everyone wants to do the same things. So sometimes they change, and so it should always be the same, right? So some of you if you haven't already, I'm gonna put at the bottom here, there's a free webinar. Many people have seen it already. You might have seen it or you might not. And the webinar will be changing soon. So if you haven't or you want to see it again, you can always go to this webinar. And what I'm showing you this for is because I'm actually going to share some of it. Well, I'm going to share the framework. And then since this is an interactive, we'll add some more to it. So it's an opportunity to look at this 4-step framework that we talk about in Microloc Mastery. So people who are in the program or people who attend the free support or trainings or people who are clients, this can all be relevant. Okay, so If you haven't taken or you're interested in, you could sign up for the free webinar at freemicroloctraining.com/webinar. All right. And then I want you to, I'm going to share with you. Why make it so hard for me to find this? Whoops. I don't want to be, I don't need it to be that. So I do have a 4-step framework, and I want to go over that with you. Anybody else want to share their goals, or you can think about your goals with this and think about what I want you to do is think about how it applies to this. Um, at the end of this, I also want to share with you some information for some more. Got some more things coming up. So we have a free class. It's actually this week. I'm gonna share that with you, and also for those who are in the program or who are in our certification program, I'll share some information. All right. Um, so I'm not sure if you want to lock yet. I know people that need it. I want to incorporate this skill in my little arsenal of tools. Yeah, for natural hair care. And you personally, you like braids too. You do not do much with your hair. You like, I like to out of blue moon straight styles, but ultimately, I keep my hair braided. So I'm on the fence since I do not do much. This is perfect for if you don't. Let me do this thing off my face because I thought I was gonna. This is perfect if you don't want to do much. um, I don't like to do much with my hair either, and it's perfect. But it is a transition for people in the beginning, usually who are doing a lot, to pull back from products, to pull back, like to switch your mind into it. But it's a really great option if you don't like to do much, or if you want it straight. Because if I want my hair straight, I'll go right in the shower or in the sink and wet it, and all these curls will straighten out. If I want to curl it, you want to style it, you have all this versatility. I always stress though, a good foundation. And depending on what you see yourself as, so if you have goals, Microloc goals for yourself, about how you want to wear your hair aesthetically, for how you want to present, professionally, whatever, it's really important. These are some important points to think about as far as the refinement of them, the look of them, your patience through the process. There's some people that have positions where they're always in front of people, and they don't really have the option of hiding their hair, or I know someone, she could wear a bonnet to work. She's one of the rare black women that she could wear a bonnet and a scarf to work. Her boss is like, oh, it's cool, and he's a white man, he's like, it's fine. But some people don't, and I know people who have we've done very different creative things so that they can feel comfortable as their hair goes through the stages. So, but I do want to say, people have personal preferences, but I'm leaning towards really refined, high quality work. That's just what um, I see as what professionally should be given to people. So if the foundation, meaning the foundation, not just the grid, but the entire lock, um, is not as optimal as you desire it to be, then it could be some challenges there. And so things will progress and they'll go through the stages, and people, it might be more challenging for people. They call it the fuzzy or the ugly stage, which I think is not. I think it's kind of a hard way to say, but some people have difficulty. And if your hair is actually unraveling, coming to loose, or doing anything that's not really considered in the normal realm, then it might be challenging for you. I see. Your goal is to add this skill to your wellness business. I meet many people whose trauma and stress impact their hair, and they want to make a transition. hmm Yeah, definitely. Um, Hair trauma is real. Hair trauma is real, and there's so many different ways I would traumatize. So, y'all, I'm outside, and my neighbor just brought 2 dogs out. I'm giving him the side. Why he gotta bring these dogs out as soon as I go live? And they better not bark. But if they act out of control, it's my laptop. I just walk inside. Y'all walk with me, okay? I think he sees I'm on the live. Shoot. I said I wanted to come out. So now the sun is shining again. It's a change of pace. But yes, when we get back to like, I take this, I take hair trauma seriously as a licensed therapist, a person that was went through this. And even in my experience, I was vulnerable, even though she did a great job, and I was very ultimately happy. I wasn't in the beginning, I wasn't sure. I felt bald headed. I felt like, I got a really round, fat, chubby face. So I like hair. I always like hair like big or covering. And I was all of a sudden, I was like, no, like that. And I was like, I look like a balloon head, because it tapped on my self esteem. It tapped on how I felt about myself. So imagine you go sit down, you pay this money, you're really excited, and something that was preventable happened and kind of really messed up some, long term, or maybe impacted your results. It may not be completely, but it was just like, man, if that person knew. I see it a lot with repair, and I see it a lot with refinement. So that's why I like to focus a lot on that. What I'm training and supporting other pros in, and always just keep emphasizing professional quality if that's what you want. Okay, so I see. Um, oh, you remember me talking about his? He's still standing there, y'all. So my neighbor has two dogs, and they are so freaking loud. So he's standing there. So you can hear them when I'm inside. When y'all see me live stream inside at my computer in my office, and the windows open, and you just hear. But they're quiet. I'm very grateful for that right now. And I just wanted to sit down and get some sun while I did this. All right. So let's get into this framework. We're going to apply it to um, whatever your goals are. So remember, I asked you what your goals were: personal, professional, combination. You're not sure. Okay. And let me get to this. All right. So I have broken down the framework into 4 major phases, steps, phases. And the first one is preparation. I always feel like you prepare for something to get the best results. We talk about how we do that. Then we talk about installation, the installation phase. So, um, installing the locks and everything that comes with that. After the installation phase, we're moving into the maintenance phase, maintenance routines, hair care tips, do's and don'ts, um, just all that comes with maintaining it. Obviously, retightening as well, and then the flourish phase, which is now that you're still maintaining, but now it's flourishing. So we think about any way you want to apply that. If you're personal, your goals are personal for your own hair. Then we'll be talking about each of those phases respected to your hair. You can also apply this to business, each one of those stages, because the best way to fail, the best way to set yourself up, sabotage yourself, is to not prepare and have a plan. Plans always change, but to prepare for how you want to navigate that so that you can. And I feel these phases still apply to that. All right. So we get into, let me make this bigger for you. How many is there? Um, so when we are talking about our program in particular, we talk about how to prepare and what method we're using. Right? What's the method? What's the criteria? What's the foundation? What's the system? And then the goals that you have. So I always like to refer back to that. So some people, even if you just loosely know, I just want to know I want to refine my skills, period. You might then later on develop them further. Supplies and setup. So I always say, with the program, you get all your supplies shipped to you. You get your tools, you get all that so that you can have as much to help you prepare as possible. And it depends on the program, um, how many supplies, but the full program gets all supplies. And then you're going to learn how to assess hair and preparation. Preparation is also prevention, right? So I feel like a big part of, I can never scroll up after I do that. A big part of it is preventing problems. So this is where some people are like, what? This person, did X, Y, and Z with my hair right from the start, right? With the preparing to do the install, and they're preparing on the foundation that is not really designed for long term. So a lot of people, this is important. If you overlook this and just think I'm gonna jump into something, it may look nice and cute for, or it may be fine, but doesn't match up to your goal. Doesn't match up to what you intended to look like. So without preparation, you set up to not accomplish what you want. I don't like the word failure. And then the installation phase has two parts. So we talk about the installation includes the grid, the pattern and rotation, setting up the grid, making sure it's sized, making sure that it's strong, and also includes the retightening, which goes into maintenance as well. But retightening is a part of installation because you are doing a multi-step process. And so you're going to understand the tools. You understand the tubes and loop techniques. You understand if there's any subtle differences, even if you don't visually see it right away. Are there going to be any differences that will impact what your goal is with the quality of the lock? Do you even understand if there's differences? Review and implement pattern and rotation. So yeah, this is what we do in the course. And then increase alignment and symmetry. So y'all know I say the grid is good, but what about those locks? But also the grid is still important because if I do want to make a nice style and I do want to part it, yeah, let's say I want to part it like, I don't know, anything that I want to do. I'm gonna make sure that I have the ability to. I've tried to play around with a middle part. Like make sure I have my middle part going straight all the way back. I want to make sure that I could do a deep side part if I want, and it can go all the way straight. I might want to put some twist up. So all these different things that, my edges are so thinning from um, COVID and being sick and just having fragile edges. We'll talk about it in another live. So symmetry is really important, but as well as the actual lock itself. So it's a balance of that. So we want to make sure that, but it's not the end all be all because ultimately, what do you see? You see my locks, right? You don't see necessarily that this is not, there's a line that is not extremely perfect over here, right? And so also I say those Bantu pictures with the ends wrapped up show me a grid, but they don't show me the other part of the installation that's just as important, and that's the quality of the entire lock, which sometimes can even be more important. So, when you have a foundation, you kind of, I feel like we're less prone to do what's popular and we're more prone to do what makes sense for longevity. All right, I want to get to um, the maintenance phase, understanding repair versus grooming. These are also very big, important things to do to ensure the quality. An install is just a small blip on the scale of the lifeline of your hair. It is a small, minor moment in time for what could be years and years of your hair. Okay, so you want to learn the grooming essentials that are key to give you stunning results. Use your skills to enhance any set of locks, and small interwoven locks and traditional locks. Yes, you can use these skills for, I'm gonna make it small. You can use these skills for a lot. So that's what I love about repair and grooming techniques. They're not just for this, but because we're on such a smaller scale, it is very important to understand how to really um, master grooming on a small scale. So, like I was saying, like if someone's hair is long, you have years and years and years worth of quality showing, standing there. So maybe when this part of my hair was being retightened, I probably was 6 years ago. How many years? So locks stay with you. And there's only but so much you can do to cut off damage, or even, and it's just a lot of things that make it a little tricky. You want to capture things right as it happens. And I see a good question, a good comment here. Knowing how to style according to face shape is a big deal to me. Self-esteem, I see more now trying to help clients. Yes, hair trauma is real, and it's something I'm leaning more to learning about today. Oh, including trichology and how to have it benefit clients. Yes, absolutely. Yep. We're moving into, or we've already been, that we should have been moving to, but definitely I'm moving into a period of time where it is very important to be sensitive. What's really going to help grow your business or your work or or whatever you're doing with other people is really how you impact them positively. So I think gone are the days where it's just about grabbing money and it's just about manipulating people. Like that's. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. I mean, I don't know if I offend it. I'm a social worker and a therapist, but I talk about race very, very honestly, and that's a white man's thinking. Grab, get, do, capitalize, capitalize. Yeah, we're in this society capitalizing. So yeah, and we should definitely be given resources and monetary compensation for hard work so that we can live and survive. But it's also about helping people, really positively impacting people. And we're talking about Black women, um, something that we've invested a lot into for many, many, many decades has been beauty and hair services, and have been very pivotal in our community. I don't need to go on a whole rant. I'm sure most people know this. Even going back to Madam C.J. Walker, how she created the first millionaire empire as a Black woman on Black hair. So this isn't something that's just like superficial. Even when I explain it in business circles, I was explaining my business to a white man today. He was like, "Oh, I get it." So people really, he's like, "I understand." He understands any woman um, what values and appreciate support with her hair, but for Black women is even that much more. So when you have this, let me go back to your comment. When you have this care that you're showing is, I love that, and you're wanting to connect on helping the self-esteem, that is how you really, really get your abundance too, because people are going to seek you out, keep going to you and valuing your time and paying you, and because you're giving them something invaluable. So I'll go through and talk about phase of the program, and it'll be a 50 million trainings popping up with our stuff, but it's like you can't duplicate care and passion, compassion, and taking years of experience and putting investment of time and energy into creating something that people could really appreciate. Yes, Madam C.J. Walker. She's been referenced in another like a business community I'm in. She's like one of the mentors. It was just dope what she did. What she did, with the civil rights and having those meetings with people and giving back to her community. That's the layer that is important. So we could talk about hair, but how about having fabulous hair from a dope stylist, dope professional who cares about you, or you care, who, your family member, whoever you're doing his hair, and just feel really good giving your money and circulating it back into the community instead of feeling like you're gonna get burned. Okay, I'm a social worker. I get on my little soapbox about injustice. Let me go on to the last point. And then flourish. This is that phase where you're just like, yay. So if you're in, like, how we apply to the program is that's when you've certified your skills and you confirm mastery of the techniques. That's when you always have ongoing support in our community. It is a home for you. Now, the only way it's not a home is if you voluntarily leave. And that's cool too. Like if you're not active and it's been like a year and a half, 2 years. But you still have access to it, and unless you say no. But you build, grow, and enhance as you connect with marketing support and additional learning, online directory placement. Every way that the program grows, you grow too. Everything that's added, upgraded, like we did the big upgrade last year to the new platform. So people had two platforms for free. They can go to their Teachable and access the resources there. They can go to their Kajabi, and we have a community now. Um, got more stuff coming down the line because um, this is run by a social worker that's a natural hair business owner. So we're gonna make sure there's resources and there's a community, hopefully where you feel it's a positive support. And so whatever your goals are, right? We hope that you'll be able to get support. Know that on Thursday as well, there's going to be a free training. I used to do the free series so much more often. It's a lot going on, but we are having a free training this month, and we're going to have free another thing next month. So if you're not yet in the community, or if you are, you can always take advantage. I thought I would have the flyer done before now, but I'll have it done to share by tonight. And that's Thursday, 420 at 3 p.m. Yeah, I guess, yep, 3 p.m. I think I have a little banner I could put on the bottom of the screen for you to show. Hold on, y'all, because now my nose is it's not as warm as I thought. Let me find that training for you real quick while I Thursday 420. The time is not on here, but I could write it on here real quick. At 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, and it's going to be on, you know, creating a strong foundation. Oh, show. But Lord have mercy. Creating a strong foundation to master your microlock successfully. Success has different definitions, right? But um, the foundational methods that have been proven for long term strength, viability, for that refined appearance. So it doesn't matter if your hair is thin. Well, I see some, it gets tricky because sometimes people will do different techniques that are like newer, or that weren't historically in the professional techniques, but maybe amateur DIY, and they're like, I like the fluffy look, my hair is thin, but you will get, you will get, you can achieve a full voluminous look, and keep the integrity of the locks, because you're not doing the same. It's not gonna, what you're tightening out of your scalp and what you started with are not the same techniques. So there will be sizing and consistency at the root. And so if you're doing, like I've mentioned before, if you're doing interlocking and you have, um, if they swell out really big, because it depends on your hair texture as well. So some people might not have the same effects. Some people can say, "Oh, mine were fine," because maybe, but um, there are going to be size discrepancies unless someone's using extremely loose tension. Like it will, and then also it's very hard when someone does go to a pro that's been like professionally trained in either our method or something similar. It's they're going to be using a tension that is going to be tighter and more refined, and the technique, it also could be damaging. So I've seen, like I've shown over and over again, I think similar pictures. I remember sitting here and like, if I can't even tighten this woman's hair properly because I'm ripping. I was like, I'm ripping. I would rip if I go try to go fast this woman's hair because it can't fit. And I remember, taking it and trying to twist it to get it to find a skinny angle to pull that fat end through. And we were sitting on one lock for like 4 minutes. So not only is it adding more time to her session, it's just making things more challenging. And then so some people either try to cut that, but then if their hair texture is a certain way, it's just a lot of problems. But for people who, like I say, you want to do your own experimenting on your own hair, on your own daughter's hair, that's fine. But if it's something that you think you can learn or master this technique and actually have um, maybe a more desired experience, I figure why not? That's probably going to save you some headache and get you a look, because it's just nothing like head turning refinement. Like just when the hair just looks so good, like from the foundation of it. Um, you know, not to say the person doesn't look good. It's just. So I put up this. It's gonna be here in a Facebook. Well, I'm not just broadcasting in a Facebook group. It will be in a Facebook group. I will show you how to join that Facebook group if you're not in the Facebook group, because we're broadcasting on our YouTube as well and on a Facebook page. So this is the link for the Facebook group. Uh, 1 second. I have way too many. Where'd it go? Let me just edit this real quick. Okay. We also have the IG page on here, but I'll take it off. I'm not even live on the IG. Say, yep. So this will be for our free training Thursday. All right. So join the Facebook group, put your email in so it can kick you in automatically. Everyone that helps me is like, wow, there's 150 people wait that have not been entered in. Some people we let in, but some people don't even agree to group rules. And so just to kind of, we had a couple of trolls we had to kick out. We just like for you to show like you're a real person, and you're gonna just say you're gonna respect the group rules, and just put your um, email in. If you go in that way, just agree to the group rules is the most primary thing. You'll be able to get in. That's what you do. All right. So you remember the review of the 4-step framework are these 4 phases, which we apply: preparation, installation, maintenance, and flourish. If you follow a framework, if you follow steps, if you prepare yourself, you can prevent a lot of issues instead of trying to experiment with something you're not maybe 100% sure that what, or something that hasn't been proven in the market for an extended period of time to have enough data to show that it's not problematic. Then you kind of um, you know it's kind of a gamble. So if you want to prepare for top quality results, and also I stress this for people who are posturing as professionals, to make sure that you are giving professional quality work. So just as one of the other commenters mentioned, um, there are people coming in with hair trauma from previous experiences in natural hair and locks and permed hair. They just come in with trauma from that. So we don't want to. I see some comments on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer them. You are not missing. You don't see the link for Facebook group. It's on the bottom scrolling. You probably wrote that before I put that there. And yeah, if you're not in a Facebook group, you can join us. We're gonna be doing more of our Facebook free trainings and lives in that group. We also do some announcements in there. Links are in there. Resources. Go check the resource tab. What do they call it in the groups now? And there's a bunch of tips. Oh, also, how I forget this? If you join Thursday's training, you'll also get a free workbook, a free book on tips. So it'll be a link that I'll put for you when you attend. And so yeah, you come and attend. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get ready for those who are in the May 1st spring certification group. So we have a lot of you who are about to be announced. I know I've been quiet on the social media because I need some help on the social media. So I'm gonna put some job descriptions out soon. So if you're interested, pay attention. I post in the Facebook group first to help manage the social media. I can't do it all myself. I've actually been quiet. I'll post occasionally, but definitely want someone to help with that, someone to help with. We're just looking for to build the team up some more. So for some more help, if you're interested, just check the group and check your emails. But also, if you are in the certification group, we're meeting tonight. Full training certification group. We're meeting at 7, and the certification only group we're meeting at 8. Okay, so check your email for the links. You'll get a reminder email with the link in it. And so make sure your homework is done. We are down to the wire um, for May 1st. You have to complete your mannequin head and make those milestones that we have talked about. And so for anyone who's interested in joining the program, so I'm obviously going to give you more information. We have a wait list. If you go to microlocmastery.com, which I'll put at the bottom, um, why is it never just, oh, here it is. If you go to microlocmastery.com and you see a course in the program you like to sign up for, retightening, full training, there's the extension, self maintenance. certification. You can just click to get on the wait list through that. I'm going to send some emails out, and then we are going to host the next group that is going to be certified after May 1st. So we're going to be running through June to get that summer group. You can join anytime, especially if you attend the webinar that I just had. I had a webinar link up earlier, and that's a free webinar. It gets tips. So if you don't join the program, I mean, I'm hoping to give you some value still. You get a workbook, you can fill it out. Hopefully those tips, people have found those tips to be very helpful just from that free webinar. But let's say you're interested in the program. Sorry, my nose is. If you want to join the program, I have an offer through there as well. And so if you want to be a part of the bonus group coaching, you can get in it. You can get in it. It's anyone in the program can join it. But these are people who are like, I definitely want to meet that date. I want to get certified by May 1st. I want to get that extra support. And what happens after certification, we promote you. If you're looking to do this as a business, we promote you through the database listing. We offer you to become an affiliate. And gosh, there's so much that I want to share about just expanding more opportunities for people to just knock it out the park with their businesses. We have opportunities for people to be affiliate training sites in person through us, using our curriculum and everything. There's opportunities to be an affiliate. That's for anyone. That's a free opportunity for anyone. If you're watching now, you want to be an affiliate. We have a whole. I think all that information should be on microlocmastery.com, and you can sign up there. I believe it's also /affiliates if you're interested, and sign up to be affiliate. And that's how you earn money for free for just sharing the program. That's it. Nothing else. You don't have to. Um, I've shared stuff for like different businesses, and then you connect your PayPal to it, and you're like, oh, it's nice to see money coming in because someone purchased through your link. But if you're like, I love talking about this topic, I love sharing my journey or whatever, I've been in the program and I love it. That's a really great in because people are already invested, and then if you could just there's so many opportunities. So I just shared a couple of links um, with you, but the dang, I shared a lot. I hope I am to confuse you. Ultimately, what's the main link? Microlocmastery.com is the main link. I'll see people tonight in our certification. Y'all have homework. You gotta finish your mannequin head tonight. Well, not tonight. You gotta finish your mannequin head homework, and also you're gonna some people can start submitting their photos now, so to share where they are. In certification, we're going to review photos of live models. So if you're in the certification only and you don't want to like you don't need the training, you just want to be a part of our network and certify what you already know. We'll show you how you can submit pictures of work that you've already done. So we showed last time mannequin submissions, photo submissions, and now if you have live models. Okay, so we talk about that criteria. We'll look at anything you have, and it's a lot going on. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get inside. Oh, I always forget the comments. I can't see. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone. See y'all tonight. Certification group.